Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lakers Sixers review, where unfortunately the Lakers were absolutely, you know what, got their butts kicked by Philly. I think they lost by like 44 points, which is kind of unheard of from a Lakers team over the past 2 years. This was their fifth worst loss in franchise history, and they've not lost by that many points for a long, long time now, considering how long the franchise has been there. And also, this was LeBron James's worst loss in his 21 years of playing in the NBA. So you know how bad or how terrible the Lakers played together as a team against this Sixers side. So let me just quickly break down what went wrong for the Lakers in this specific matchup, which resulted in such a lopsided victory for Philadelphia. So maybe we'll probably break down into three to four things here. So firstly, obviously, everyone is going to talk about Anthony Davis, and so will I. There was a lot of expectation coming into this matchup with Joel Embiid, considering how Embiid is the MVP and how he's been playing and putting up the numbers that he has been doing, and how AD has been pretty inconsistent with his performances so far. And that kind of did not change, unfortunately, for Laker fans this game. AD again kind of no showed a superstar matchup, which he has done far too often in his Lakers tenure, and a lot of times this season, unfortunately. So here we have Embiid going for a triple double, and AD is kind of struggling to get to 20 points. And yeah, Embiid totally outplayed him. Obviously, we are going to talk about Embiid's foul baiting, which he's been good at. But I would probably credit him for that, in terms of him getting his numbers in this specific matchup, keeping AD away from the free throw line as well on his side, and AD basically not attacking him throughout the game. So that's for AD's role in this game. It's definitely up to him to improve. A lot of people complaining that he's not a 1A. He's definitely not a 1A. Some people are now complaining that he's not even a 1B. So we'll see how he goes in this season. Moving on to LeBron, kind of subdued performance from him. Coming off that, a disappointing performance against Cleveland, I did expect him to bounce back in this game, but he went without a rebound in this game for the first time since 2010, which is kind of, extremely weird. When LeBron does not grab a rebound, like things are definitely lethargic from him. So I would say his impact was never found in this game. And when LeBron does not play well, it's generally like, the Lakers, the entire energy of the team falls flat as well. So you can probably, understand why the Lakers perform so poorly when their leader is not performing well. And then lastly, coming to Darvin Ham. So, man, you ain't no Phil Jackson. You got to take timeouts when the team is, dropping leads, or that when Philly is on an 18-2 run. You have to take a timeout there. You just can't let the team hanging and let them play it out. And Phil Jackson used to do that sometimes, but I'm sure even he would have taken a timeout when the team is going on 18-2 a drought, or I would say 18-2 deficit by the other team. And then you bring on Jalen Hood Schifino in the first quarter, which is kind of a weird decision, bringing on a rookie when your team is down that big, breaking any kind of momentum the team had. So that's kind of weird. And then basically, this entire game, I felt that he was completely outcoached by Nick Nurse, which showed the levels in their coaching and how Darvin Ham is in comparison to Nick Nurse. Definitely, Darvin Ham might not be the best coach in the NBA, but us Laker fans, we thought that this season, he's definitely stepped up in terms of his man management, as well as his in game timeouts and all that. But this game again, kind of went back to the original script Darvin Ham was follows in terms of him not taking timeouts and all of that nonsense. So definitely like probably a C or D, kind of a grade for Darvin Ham in this game in terms of who he had to play with and how he utilized them, and then in terms of his in-game timeouts, waving the white flag in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter. So yeah, not the best showing from Darvin Ham himself. And then lastly, obviously Lakers missed quite a few role players in terms of their entire wing defense was injured, but the role players they had did not step up. I mean, D'Lo, Austin, Max Christie, who played so well in the Cleveland game. None of them stepped up. In comparison to a Sixers side who had Patrick Beverley looking like Reggie Miller out there shooting threes and mocking teammates again, mocking Lakers players again. So Sixers, shot 22 threes, which was, second in terms of their franchise high, which showed that the Lakers were not respecting them for the three-point line, and then the Sixers basically paid them for it. I mean, making all the shots. So all in all, like a shocking and terrible performance from the Lakers. Uh, they've been good in the in-season tournament, but apart from that, they've been a shell of themselves. They've had a losing record apart from the in-season tournament game, so that speaks volumes in terms of what is their priority at this point, which is kind of funny when there's something in line and then something is not in line. So it's just about the team picking up stuff from here. They are 1-1 on this road trip. They have 2 more games to go. The expectation is for them to go 2-2, considering the schedule they have in terms of the back-to-back they have in the next game, after the next game. So fingers crossed, it's a good performance against Detroit, and let's see from there. And lastly, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it. Thank you so much.